Ya ba bim bam, ya ba ba bim bam, ya ba bim bam, ya ba ba ya ba 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 ya ba bim bam, ya ba ba bim bam, ya ba 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 ya ba 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 bam. Oh ya ba bim bam, ya ba ba bim bam, ya ba bim bam, ya ba ba ya ba 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 ya ba bim bam, ya ba ba bim bam, ya ba 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 ya ba 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 bam. Ya ba bim bam, ya ba ba bim bam, ya ba bim bam, ya ba ba ya ba 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 ya ba bim bam, ya ba ba bim bam, ya ba 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 ya ba 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 bam. Oh ya ba bim bam, ya ba ba bim bam, ya ba bim bam, ya ba ba ya ba 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 ya ba bim bam, ya ba ba bim bam, ya ba 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 ya ba 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 bam.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody. This is exciting. Is the rabbi here? Okay. All right. Oh, there he is. He's coming. Well, welcome to Temple Beth Or. I'm David Youngman. I am the president. And today is a very exciting day. We're going to have Simchat Torah. God, I sound like an American. Simchat Torah. And this is the last holiday of our high holidays, right, Rabbi? And to me, this is a very exciting holiday, and I can say that I can actually open the scroll of the Torah and tell you where we're going to be tomorrow. So it's exciting, right? Bereshit. Yes. Okay, a few announcements. On Saturday, October 14th, which is tomorrow, we're having our Shabbat morning worship and Torah study, and let me guess what it's going to be about. Genesis, probably, I would assume. On Sunday, the coming Sunday at 11:30 a.m., we're having our pet blessing. So please bring your pets, and I hear if you don't have a pet, you can bring your little teddy bear or whatever you have, and it will be blessed, right? Okay, on Wednesday, October 18th, we're having it's a busy day. We're going to have a lunch and learn at 12 p.m., and that's when the rabbi comes and gives us Davar Torah. Actually, we read the Torah. We started in Genesis, and do you remember what we're up to now?
Lunch and learn?
Yes.
We're in Exodus.
Wow. Okay, so that's Wednesday, and that's very exciting. Come, it's at lunchtime, and bring your lunch and have fun. And that same evening, Brotherhood is having its annual Oktoberfest, where we're going to have schnitzels, kraut, pretzels, beer, and strudel. Yes, beer. And strudel. Did I say beer?
Yes.
Okay.
It's pronounced
Strudel.
strudel.
Very good. Oh my goodness, and on Friday the 20th, we're having, Sisterhood is having a pink Shabbat, which is Breast Cancer Awareness Week or month. So please be here. That's next Friday services. Everything's going to be pink. Okay. I look good in pink. I believe Wednesday, November 7th, we're planning some kind of El Al ambassadors are going to come visit us. It's going to be an evening, more information to follow. Last time when we did it, it was very, very exciting because we had El Al stewardesses, or flight attendant, excuse me, and one of them was actually an Arab Israeli, which was very exciting. So we'll see who they have in store for us this time. On Friday, November 10th, Brotherhood is having their retreat. I believe we still have room, so if you want to still join us, please see me. And Saturday, November 11th, we're having a special program, Adult Education, Managing Bubby. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, well, this will be a good time to remind everybody to quiet your cell phone. Yes, Sherry. Oh, the sukkah. Okay, all right. We need help. Gentlemen, ladies, whoever can, we need help to tear down the sukkahs. We have two of them. We have one in here, and we have one outside, and I believe we've decided on 9:30 on Sunday. 9:30 on Sunday. Gentlemen, we need your help. Ladies, too, we need your help, too. With that, I will turn over the pulpit to the professional staff. We have Dr. Ray Irwin, our accompanist. We have Ariel Goldfarb, our cantorial soloist. And of course, Dr. Rabbi Mark Goldfarb. It's all yours.
Shabbat Shalom, David. Thank you very, very much. Shabbat Shalom, everyone, and welcome. Our final day of Sukkot and our opportunity to start the Torah reading cycle all over and to answer that most important of questions: how long is a Torah scroll? Do you know? Do you know for sure?
From there, around back here, and over there.
Oh, let's see. You say it goes all the way over from here, all the way around back to the Clavinova? All right, we will see. Because we're going to start unrolling it here, and we'll see how far we can get. And we will answer that question this evening with all of our help, and have a chance to complete the reading cycle and start it all over again. You know, much of life is a repetition. Every day seems very similar to the day before and the day after. Every week seems similar. There are days we get up in the morning, we go do things. We get to the end of the day, we do more things. We go to bed, we get up in the morning, we do more things. But we do that every day of our life. We also read from the Torah every week, every year. This for thousands of years, and yet we continue to do the same thing over and over again. Much like life, the repetition is new. And this is there's something new waiting for you to discover. But are your eyes open to see it? Are your minds open to receive the new lesson waiting for you every single day? This is what the rereading of the Torah teaches us to do. To look at each day, no matter how routine it is, because we've read the Bible stories of creation and of Noah and of all of the stories in the Torah many, many, many times. But each time we do, we try to look for something new. And so each and every day, we need to look for something new in each and every day amid the repetition that exists. Let's greet this Shabbat, let's greet this opportunity to look for something new with the words of Hine ma tov, Uma na'im shevet achim gam yachad. In a world that insists on wanting to tear itself apart, let us remind ourselves how wonderful it is when we are able to dwell together, to sit together as brothers and sisters. You'll find the words on page 10 in your prayer books, page 10 in your Sidurim, and we join with our cantor as we welcome this Shabbat, this the Simchat Torah, Shabbat and Simchat Torah celebration with the words of Hine ma tov.
Hine
I'd like to invite some of our youngest and newest students in our religious school to join the cantor and I on the bima. Avia, you are here. Is Reina here? I thought I saw her. No? Reina's here? She's hiding? Okay, great. Reina and Wolf and Juliet as some old-time standbys. Why don't you guys come and join them here on the bima with our cantor as we welcome Shabbat with the singing and the blessing over our Shabbat candles. Reina, will you join us? Excellent. We welcome two of our students, but we're going to do that in a little bit with a special ceremony right before we carry the Torahs around the place, and that is Reina, who has joined us. She is in kindergarten in Miss Sealander's class, pre-K, K, and 1, and Avia, who is in Mrs. Millander's class, right? Second grade? You're second grade student. You're second and third, fourth grade. Yeah, that's what Mrs. Milhander, second and third grade is what Mrs. Milhander is teaching. And of course, I have my professionals here with me, Juliet and Wolf, to assist us in this. So let's do something a little different tonight. Wolf, let's have you light the candles. Okay? But together, we're all going to say the blessings. You guys ready?
Yeah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu l'chazir shel Shabbat.
We praise you, our eternal God, sovereign of the universe, who calls us to deeds of holiness through mitzvot and inspires us to light these lights of Shabbat.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik shel Shabbat.
Good job, guys. You may return to your seats. Our worship service continues in our prayer books as we turn to page 146. Page 146 as we continue with the words of our Baruch Hu, our call to worship. I invite us to rise as we are able. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim, bechokma poteach she'arim, uvitvona meshanei hitim, umachalif et hazmanim, umsader et hakochavim, b'mishmerotehem barakia kirtzono, borei yom v'layla, golel or mipnei choshech, v'choshech mipnei or, uma'avir yom umevi layla, umavdil ben yom uvein layla, Adonai tzvaot shemo. El chai v'kayam, tamid yimlo chalenu leolam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai hama'ariv aravim. We continue on page 148 as we read responsively. In each age we receive and transmit Torah. At each moment we are addressed by the world. In each age we add our wisdom to that which has gone before. At each moment the knowing heart is filled with wonder. Baruch atah Adonai ohev amo Yisrael.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai echad.
We may be seated. And let me invite our Hebrew lab students and Tyler, our Hebrew read buddy, to lead us in the Ve'ah Hafta on page 150. You guys will come up here, stand up here. Yep. Yep, right here, front row. On page 150. Yasher Koach, guys. Nicely done. On page 152, we moderns have become spoiled. We look for special effects to be the defining moment of miracles. We need some big miraculous event, the end of a concert, a fireworks show, or several encores. We need, when we watch a movie, explosions and big things taking place in order to get our attention. We moderns have become spoiled because Rabbi Moses ben Nachman, long time ago in the 13th century in Spain, tried to teach the Jews of his time that miracles happen every single day and every single moment if we are but open to understanding the true miracles of the true nature of miracles. Cecil B. DeMille has impressed upon us the idea that the splitting of the Sea of Reeds was this huge event that requires wonderful, spectacular special effects duplicated in Universal Studios on their tram rides way back when. Rabbi Moses ben Nachman teaches us that no, miracles are much more simple and much more subtle than that. They are the sound of birds singing in the morning. We have a hawk in our neighborhood, and lately in the morning, it has been screeching, looking for its mate. One evening, even a couple years ago, we had a screech owl out on the tree next to where we live. But it sounded quite terrifying. I don't know if you've ever heard a screech owl. It literally sounds like someone screeching. And so I and my neighbors are out looking with flashlights, thinking that someone has been injured, until we saw this huge owl sitting in a tree branch. And when it took off to flight, it did not flap its wings at all. It simply spread them and leaped off the tree and glided away. I never saw it flap its wings. It just glided away into the darkness. These are things we need to open our eyes to see. The miracles of every day. But we sing our song of miracles, the Micha Mocha, to acknowledge the fact that there are miracles waiting for us to see every single day. May our eyes be opened, our minds be ready to receive, and most importantly, our hearts open to understanding these miracles that happen every day. We continue on page 155 with the words of our tefillah, and I invite us to rise as we are able.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu Elohei Abraham Elohei Yitzchak v'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel v'Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora El Elyon Gomel חסדים טובים וקונה הכל וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם למען שמו באהבה מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן ברוך אתה אדוני מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה.
We continue responsively on the bottom of the next page. We pray that we might know before whom we stand, the power whose gift is life, who quickens those who have forgotten how to live, having implanted within us eternal spirit. We pray for love to encompass us for no reason save that we are human, that we may blossom into persons who have gained power over our own lives. Praise be God, whose gift is life, whose cleansing rains lets parched men and women rise again. Baruch atah Adonai, mechaye hakol.
אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלע ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
We may be seated. As we continue on page 160, may these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day. And may we all live in such a way that this day fulfills its promise. Baruch atah Adonai, mekadesh ha-Shabbat. Shabbat comes at the end of the week. Judaism teaches us to recognize the rhythms in the world around us, the rhythms that are part of our lives, the comings and goings that take place not only every day, not only every week, not only every month, every year, but over the course of generations as well. We are mindful on Shabbat of those generations of the past, whose lives no longer part of our physical world, but nevertheless, whose memory continues to motivate us, inspire us, and teach us in a variety of ways. On Shabbat in particular, we call to mind the names of our relatives, our friends, our family members, who share our physical world and no more. Just as the prayer we shared speaks of our mothers and our fathers, Abraham and Sarah, Isaac and Rebekah, Jacob, Rachel and Leah, whom we never met, but yet whose spiritual gift to us is part of our inheritance. So too, on Shabbat, do we call to mind those whom we have known, those whom we have met, those who have been part of our lives, those whose gift to us is in both deed and in memory. And as we prepare for our Kaddish found on page 294 in our prayer books, we call to mind those whom we remember this week, those whose shloshim, 30 days since their death, has occurred during this past week. Rachel Stone, a dear friend of the Pascas family, Francie Kahn Melnick Starr, the mother of Marcy Fry, Henry Casson, the husband of Adrian Casson, and Phyllis Alberts, the aunt of Brad Kramer. To those names, we link the names of those whose yahrzeits have occurred during this past week: Sylvia Friedman, Herman Globerman, Clara Moss, Meyer S. Mink, Stella Zunzer, Mildred Reese, Felicia Rosenfeld, Hyman Siegel, Henry Stern, Lloyd I. Frankel, Phyllis Karen, Harry Louis Kulkin, Norman Fink, and Guita Moldavsky. And to those names, we link the names of those for whom we are observing the Kaddish period: Deborah Middleton, Tom McLean, Michael Rocky, Irvin Nadler, Mark Geller, Leonard Bush, Carl Hess, Rosalind Ross, Dr. Alan Hirschbein, Marilyn Gelfand, Rod Moss, Marjorie Asness, Don Ripley, Sid Gelfand, Sammy Pakula, Scott Talento, Nimrod Goldman, Gene Crane, Richard Arlene, Herbert Miller, Lorraine Fox, Dr. Jack Gasser, Shachar Herzog Bar, Gloria Garavito, and Joanne Bailey. If there is a loved one whom you are remembering, I invite you to share that name at this time. To those names we have named aloud, we link as well those names and memories that we keep in the quiet places of our hearts and memories. As well, we link as well those names and the memories of the men and women of our armed forces who have given their lives for our country, our liberties here at home. Those who have given their lives for our safety, the members of our police, our firefighters, especially at this time of year, and the other first responders, and the members of the Israeli Defense Forces who have given their lives for the hope of peace. Zichronam levracha, may their memories always be for a blessing. As I invite us to rise as we are able, as we continue on page 294 with the words of our Kaddish. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemen rabba, be'alma divra chirute v'yamlich malchute, b'chayechon v'yomechon uv'chaye dechol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala uvizman kari vimru. Amen. Yehei shemer rabba mevarach le'olam ulalmei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitba'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudasha b'richu le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechamata da'amiram be'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shmaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. May all of us who mourn and all of us who are bereaved, may we find through God's presence a source of strength, courage, and hope, and above all a source of shalom, of peace. And let us all say, Amen. We may be seated. As we begin the Torah reading cycle on this Shabbat with Simchat Torah, So too do we want to acknowledge and welcome those who are beginning, or have rather begun their studies in our religious school. One of them, unfortunately, has just stepped out, but we'll get to her in just a moment. So I would like to invite Avia to join the cantor and I here on the bima. Yes, come. And two of our students, we have 4 new students in our religious school this year. However, Gerald and Rodney are unable to be with us. And so, Avia, for you, and in a moment, when Raina comes back, we will have a chance to present her as well. We have for you several things. First of all, we have your own Torah.
Yay!
Dig this. Wait, we got to take, let's see. Says here, easy to assemble. In this case, to disassemble. Tell you what, you hold the bottom. No, hold the bottom. That's right. That's the spirit. It's locked. Yeah, you know. So I want you to open that up carefully. Take a look. Can you believe that? That's Hebrew, although it's upside down.
There you go.
It wasn't your fault. It was the way I handed it to you. You take, there we go. So this is the Torah. In a moment, we're going to unroll the bigger Torah where the words are a lot bigger than that. But this is your very own Torah that you are able to keep with you in your bedroom, by your bedside, wherever you want to keep it, and have a chance to hang on to it. So now if you'll roll it up, we'll slip it back into its lovely little cover.
I'll take one side, you take the other. Ready? There you go. Perfect.
We won't worry about the rubber band because this will hold it in just nicely. There you go. Excellent. And also, for you, Avia, we have a special certificate of consecration, noting that you have begun your Judaic studies in our religious school, and we celebrate it today, October the 13th, which happens to be Friday the 13th, by the way, guys. Unlucky for some, but is also the 24th day of Tishrei of the year 5778. We are happy to have you in our school. We'll give you this. Raina, would you join us here, please? No, it's okay. We already opened one, so she'll have to open this one on her own. Raina, we have for you, welcome to, if you'll stand right here, welcome to our religious school. We are grateful to have you. We have for you your very own Torah, which you can take at home, and a special certificate that welcomes you officially to our religious school on this day of Simchat Torah, the 24th day of Tishrei, 5778, October 13th, 2017, signed by myself and our cantor and our president, David Youngman. And so there are certificates. Ooh, and you guys came in your pink shoes. But that's okay because we want to have a chance to do a Shechianu moment with a very special opportunity for us to put a talit. Oh, yes. It doesn't bite.
I hope not.
With Cantor's help, we're going to put this over the two of you. Okay? Got it? You want to hold? We'll hold that there for you. Okay? And we welcome these new students with the words of our Shehechianu, our prayer of thanksgiving, thanking God for the opportunity to be here today, to welcome the two of you. We'll get Gerald and Rodney on Sunday, and welcoming you to our religious school.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu vekimanu vehigianu lazman hazeh. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu vekimanu vehigianu lazman hazeh.
The Temple Beth Or Religious School and Hebrew Labs welcome you to our school. We're so grateful to have you guys with us. If you want to take those back to your seats and give them to your parents, your father, your grandparents, but don't go too far, because I'm going to invite us all to rise, not only as we are able, but more importantly to rise, because what we want to do next is to celebrate Simchat Torah, as we have given our students their Torah. Now is your chance to have an opportunity to carry a Torah as well. I wish to invite our Torah carriers, David Youngman, David Sain, Mike Kritchmar, and Deborah Goldfarb, to join me here on the bima as they make their way forward. Let me explain how this is going to work. We have two very significant stops on our Torah parade. One of them is right up here, Torah Exchange Station. The other one is at the back door, Torah Exchange Station. Your mission is to if you wish to carry a Sefer Torah, a Torah scroll, is to do it from one station only to the next. That's it. That's all you need to do. We're not looking for people to carry it all the way around, because if you carry it all the way around, that means someone won't have a chance to carry the Torah. So when you get to the Torah Exchange Station, if you have a Torah, give it to Mike Kritchmar, who will be here, and David Sain, who will be back there. Give the Torah scroll to them. They will then hand it off to someone else who wishes to carry the Torah scroll, and you will carry it until you get to the next Torah Exchange Station, where again, one or the other will be there to take the Torah from you and give it to someone else. And if you are afraid about the weight of the Torah, we have some soft, squishy Torahs as well as some small Torahs to carry, as well as some flags to carry, because you just never know, No one should have their hand empty. This is a great time to put whatever you want in your hands, whether it be a Torah or a flag. And what I'm going to do next is to invite you who want to carry a flag and or Torah to come. Let us all rise as we are able, as our cantor leads us in songs of Hakafah to carry around the Torah. is it, folks. This is the whole Torah. Let me invite any of our students who'd like to go on our backwards tour to join me over here at the end. Hi, Juliet. Unlike how we read books, we're going to start tonight at the very, 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 very end, the very last verses of the book of Devarim, of Deuteronomy. Cantor, if you would lead us in the blessing over the reading of our Torah.
Baruch hu et Adonai Hamvorach. Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Asher Bachar Banu Mikol Hamim Venatan Lanu et Torato. Baruch Ata Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen. V'lo kam navi od b'Yisrael k'Moshe, and there arose no other prophet like that of Moses in Israel. Asher yadu Adonai panim el panim, who knew God face to face. L'chol ha'otot v'hamoftim asher shalchu Adonai la'asot be'eretz Mitzrayim, and all of the wonderful things that God did in the land of Egypt, leFaro, u'lechol avadav, and all of Pharaoh's servants, u'lechol artzo, and all of Pharaoh's land, Ulachol hayad hachazaka, ulachol hamoreh hagadol, asher asa Moshe le'enei kol Yisrael, and all of the wondrous deeds that God and Moses performed against Pharaoh and the ancient Egyptians in their land before the eyes of all of Israel. This is how our Torah ends. That very Torah you're holding in the hand, you unroll it, it says the exact same thing at the very end. But we're going to go on a backwards tour as our professional roller-uppers are going to follow along behind us. So walk with me, boys and girls. In this case, girls, walk with me. Walk with me because we have some great things. Ooh, right here. This is very important. These verses right here, you guys know this. You guys know this. Ready? We all know this. Say this with me. Ready? Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. And if you'll notice, that letter's written a little bigger and that letter's written a little bigger. These are some of the mysteries of the writing of the Torah. Right here, that in marker. And darker. Yes, they are indeed darker. So let's go. Right here, this is the beginning of the last book. The book of Deuteronomy, the book of Devarim. All the books are put together. So you only know you're at the beginning of a book or at the end of the book by this big space. So right now, we are in the book of Numbers. Numbers. Not a whole lot of things going on, but a bunch of numbers. Numbers. We call it Bamidbar, in the wilderness, is what we call this book. And when we get to a particular verse, like right here it is, boys and girls, this verse right here, this is the oldest blessing we have in our tradition. It goes back, we know, to at least 800 BCE. We have found fragments of this blessing written. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha let's start at the beginning. Yevarechacha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May you always feel yourselves blessed and protected by God. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha. May you know that you live in God's presence all of your days, and may your hearts be filled with compassion. Yisa Adonai v'alecha. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. And may you always know shalom. Right here in the book of Numbers, one of our oldest blessings. Come, let's go. This is where we get to the beginning of the numbers of Bamidbar in the wilderness, because it says, V'yadaber Adonai el Moshe Bamidbar Sinai, because God spoke to Moses in the wilderness of Sinai. Our Torah rollers are coming. Let us move quickly. This now puts us in the book of Leviticus. We are in the book of Leviticus, known in Hebrew as Vayikra. And although the Torah has been rolled up behind us, but if you will remember where we started over there with that gentleman by the ferns, this is about the very middle of the Torah. And right here it says Rabbi Akiva is the most important mitzvah of them all. Ve'ahavta l'reacha kamocha. You shall love your neighbor as yourself. This is the most important mitzvah of them all. But come, let's go, let's walk. Here we are. This is the beginning of the book of Vayikra, because it says Vayikra el Moshe. and God called to Moses. This now puts us in the book of Exodus. This is a very important book because in the book of Exodus is where we learn about our exodus from Egypt. Like our exodus from the row. Come with me, boys and girls. Through the parted chairs, I am Moses.
That's sea, not the ocean.
I parted the sea of chairs.
That's not a sea of the sea.
It's not the sea of chairs?
A sea of chairs would be like you can't have any room to walk.
Right here, boys and girls, this is the portion known as the Ten Commandments. Right here. Vayedaber Elohim et kol ha'devarim ha'ele lemor, and God spoke all of these words saying, Anochi Adonai Elohecha, I am the Eternal One, your God, Asher hotzeiticha me'eretz Mitzrayim, who brought you out of the land of Egypt. Right here, these are the Ten Commandments. Right here, all the way down to there. That's where the Ten Commandments end, right in that section. But let's go. Ooh, this is a very important first section too. Notice how it's written very differently than the others. Notice how it's all kind of spaced. Right here, you guys know this too. Ready? Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai. Mi kamocha nedar ba'kodesh. Nora tehilot ose fele. Right there. And it all begins with the wonderful words and melodies from Prince of Egypt. Ashira ladonai ki gaoga. Ashira ladonai ki gaoga. Yes, the animated version. That's right here. Ashira ladonai ki gaoga. Right there. They actually took it right out of the Torah. Can you believe that? Onward. This is the very beginning of the book of Exodus. Ve'ele shmot b'nei Yisrael. We know this book as the book of names because it says these are the names of the children of Israel who went down into Egypt. But come, the Torah rollers are coming. We don't want to get wrapped up in the Torah. Come with me, boys and girls. Quickly, quickly, quickly. Because here we go. All the way back. That's right, your dad. He's holding the very beginning. This is where we are starting the Torah portion all over again this weekend with these words. Are you ready?
Yes.
Bereshit bara Elohim et hashamayim ve'et haaretz. And in the beginning of creation, as God was busy creating things, this world was, God created the heavens and the earth hayta tohu vavohu, and the earth was void and formless, ve'choshech al panei tahom, and there was a darkness on the surface of the deep. V'ruach Elohim merachefet al panei hamayim, and the Spirit of God hovered over the source, over the beginning, over the waters at the very beginning. Boys and girls, come with me. Cantor, if you will lead us in our blessing after the reading of the Torah.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam nata betochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah. Amen.
Those of us who are still standing may be seated in our seats as our Torah is rewound. I want to thank all of our Torah carriers, our flag wavers, our Torah re-rollers, and everybody involved in our Simchat Torah celebration. We are going to redress this Torah and return it to the ark. Hearing the Torah read is a mitzvah, an honor, and an obligation upon us all, and we know that there are those in our community, perhaps even those who are here with us this evening, who are facing challenges to their health and well-being. those members who are not able to be with us, facing their health and challenges as well. We have sent out an update on Natalie, who continues her recovery. Indeed, I received another update from Lori this afternoon. She is doing very well. She's had another surgical procedure to help her breathe much easier. Things are going very well. She's been walking and writing, communicating with caregivers and with family, and she's doing well. Not quite ready to receive visitors, but we are grateful for her progress at this point, as well as those members of our congregation who are also facing challenges to their health and well-being. Yes, Mr. Phil.
Can you tell our streaming audience what you're talking about?
For those of you who do not know, Natalie Grummett is the daughter of Lori and Steve Weissel. Steve is a past president of our congregation. She was in Las Vegas a couple of weeks ago attending the concert there in Las Vegas and was very seriously wounded by bullets from this horrible assassin. She is recuperating in Mission Viejo and is being treated by a team of specialists, and we look forward to her recovery and her return to our community and to her circle of family and circle of friends. We wish as well to include our thoughts and prayers for those who are also facing challenges to their health and their well-being, with the words of our Misha Berach on page 253. We acknowledge those who are facing such challenges and grateful for the powers of healing that have been implanted within all of humankind, with the wisdom of our doctors, our nurses, and our caregivers to treat those who are facing such illnesses. We hope and pray for a return to wholeness, to shalom, to fullness in their fullness of health and their circle of family and circle of friends. Baruch atah Adonai Rofei HaCholim. We praise you, O God, who helps us bring hope and healing to those who are in need. And let us say, Amen. We move to the conclusion of our worship service with the words of the Aleinu. The adoration can be found on page 282 in our prayer books, and I invite us to rise as we are able.
Shalom.
we conclude our service with the singing of Bashana Haba'ah, which can be found on the goldenrod leaflets that were available when you entered into our sanctuary. But I invite you to put your arms around the shoulder of someone next to you, or hold a hand of someone who needs to remain seated, so that we might share for ourselves a blessing for the year to come and the week to come and the time to come. Bashana Haba'ah, when we can all sit on our merpeset and watch the Siporim. No, they don't. Yes, they do. Bashana Haba'ah.
בשנה הבאה נשב על המרפסת ונזמור ציפורים נודדות. ילדים בחופשה ישחקו תופסת בין הבית לבין השדות. עוד תראה כמה טוב יהיה בשנה הבאה. עוד תראה כמה טוב יהיה בשנה הבאה. Soon the day will arrive when we will be together and no longer will we live in fear. And the children will smile without wondering whether on that day new dark clouds will appear. Wait and see what a world this can be if we care, if we share, you and me. Oh, tire, kama tov yeh bashana הבאה.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.